In this video, I would like to explain how to draw the projections of a line when it is inclined to both horizontal and vertical planes. Before starting the solution, you must have idea how to draw the front view and top view of a point, and what are the consequences when a line is parallel to the horizontal plane, or consequences of a line parallel to the vertical plane. We should know. See, first, if you want to draw the front view of any point, okay, you must know this condition. If the point is above the horizontal plane, respective front view should come above the xy line. At the same time, if the point is below the horizontal plane, and the front view is going to be the below xy. So there is no difficulty. If above the HP by 20 mm, the point front view is going to be 20 mm above the XY. Suppose if the point is 20 mm below the HP, the front view is going to be below the XY. Okay, that is very clear. But when it comes to the top view, if the point is in front of the VP, respective top view will come below the XY. If the point is behind the VP, okay, respective top view will come above the XY, just like with an example I can explain. Suppose, so for time being, this is my vertical plane, which also represents the reference line. Suppose if any point is, okay, with in my point of view, if the point is in front of the vertical plane, if you see from the top, okay, its top view is going to be the below xy line. Okay, suppose this is the vertical plane, which also representing the reference line. If the point is behind the vertical plane in my view, okay, if you see from the top, its position is going to be above the xy line. The top view is going to be the above xy line. So this is how you can remember. Otherwise it's very difficult to imagine the total quadratic system and all in the examination hall. Now to start the any problem, we have to locate one of the point front view and top view. Here the line name is PQ. Okay, now they also mentioned only conditions related to the point P, where point P is 20 mm above HP, 20 mm above HP, 20 mm above HP, and the point is 30 mm in front of VP. Those conditions I mentioned here. So according to the condition, let us locate the front view and top view of the point P. So so P is 20 mm above HP, front view. If it is 20 above HP, above XY. So above XY at 20 mm distance, we have point P dash. P dash represents the front view of the point P. So wherever the front view is there, on the same end projector, you just draw a line from the existing front view. On the same line, we should also draw the top view. If it is top view, to draw the top view, I need the vertical plane condition. It is 30 mm in front of VP. In front of VP means it will come below XY. How much distance in front of VP? 30 mm in front of VP means it will come 30 mm below XY. So below XY at a distance of 30 mm, if you measure this distance is going to be 30 mm, and the point name is P. So one of the end point front view and top view is drawn. Now before drawing the lines, you also should have idea about this condition. If any line is parallel to the horizontal plane, okay, so front views are going to be always based on the conditions with respect to horizontal plane, and the top views are going to be based on the conditions with respect to the vertical plane. Suppose if line is parallel to the HP, you just remember this. Front view is going to be the parallel to the XY, where the top view is going to be with true length. Okay, top view will come in true length if line is parallel to the HP. Similarly, if the line is parallel to the vertical plane, and vertical plane means top view should be parallel to the XY, where the front view is going to be with true length. These conditions you must know, you must master this to execute. Okay, now they mentioned the horizontal inclination is 45 degree and the vertical plane inclination is 30 degree, and it is impossible to draw the projections by considering both of them at a time. Okay, so solve the problem. For time being, I am going to only assume the inclination with HP is 45 degree but parallel to the VP as my first condition. And for time being, so for second assumption or second stage problem, I assume the line is inclined with VP with 30 degrees but parallel to VP. This is my second assumption. So I assume the line is inclined to HP at 45 but parallel to VP. This is my first assumption, and the second assumption is line is inclined to vertical plane but parallel to the HP. So according to the first assumption, we are going to get a front view and top view, and according to the second assumption also we are going to get the front view and top view. Out of this total 4, 2 front views and 2 top views, I am going to draw the final front view and final top view. So let us execute the first assumption. Line is inclined to HP but parallel to VP. When line parallel to VP, what happens? Top view is going to be parallel to XY but front view is going to be true length. And remember, whenever you need to draw a front view and top view of line, okay, whichever shows the true length, that you have to draw first. Okay, for a given line, so front view and top view are there. Out of front view and top view, if one of them is having true length, you better to draw the view with the respect to the true length one. So now according to my assumption, when line is inclined to HP but parallel to the VP, when parallel to VP, top view is parallel to XY but front view is true length, I am going to start the problem with front view. Now tell me, to start the problem with the front view, so front view means to draw the line, what inclination is required with respect to HP or with respect to VP. So front view is always depends upon the HP. You should know the inclination with HP, 45 degree. Now let us draw a line with 45 degree. Okay. And what is the length of the line? 70 mm. 70 mm is the length of the line. Now let us say this is B1 dash as per the first assumption, the front view. B1 represents the first assumption, B dash is front view, B1 dash is front view as per the first assumption. So as per the first assumption, line inclined to HP parallel to VP. Parallel to VP means top view should be parallel to XY. So with respect to the first assumption, the top view is going to be parallel to XY. But how long means wherever B1 dash ends, on the same end projector we are going to have B1 here. We are going to have B1 here. Okay. So I got the front view and top view related to the first assumption. Now look at the second assumption. What is second assumption? The line is inclined to VP by 30 degree but parallel to HP. When line is parallel to HP, front view is parallel to XY but top view is going to be true length. So for second assumption, I am going to start the top view. So what is the top view conditions? To draw the top view, I should know the vertical plane inclination. 30 degrees with the vertical plane inclination. From P, I am going to draw the top view. And 30 degree. In this direction. And what is the length of the line? So this is going to represent true length and true inclination. So this is the top view according to my second assumption. So it is not B1, it is now B2. So when the line is parallel to HP, front view is going to be parallel to XY. Okay, respective front view where it is. As per the second assumption, front view is going to be parallel to XY. How much length means? Where B2 ends, on the same end projector we should have B2 dash. So far I have drawn two front views and two top views. None of them is going to be representing the final front view and final top view. But how to draw the final front view? Wherever the first stage front view is there, b1 dash, on the same height I am going to get the final front view. On the same height I am going to get the final front view, but the length of the final front view is equal to a dash b2 dash. We have two front views, one is parallel one is inclined one. Where the inclined one is there, in the same height we are going to get the final front view. Where the parallel one is there, with the same length we are going to have the final front view. Now how to get the final front view? Just draw an arc. So wherever it meets, this point is final front view. With the help of these two front views, I am finalizing the final front view, where the height of the final front view is in the same height of b1 dash, but the length of the final front view just same as p dash b2 dash. And let me draw it dark. This is going to be final front view. Okay. Similarly, there are two top views are there, which are based on the assumption, not the final one, but the final top view is going to be in the same height of b2, where the inclined top view is there, and the final top view length is equal to, where there is a parallel top view length, okay, or top view from the first assumption, the final top view length is equal to top view length based on the first assumption. So it is this is going to be final top view. And let me make it dark. Total figure, this final front view and final top view should be the dark lines, and the remaining should not be that much dark, right? Whether the answer you got correct is correct or not, how you can check? So this b dash and b should come on the same end projector. If they come on the same end projector, the answer is correct. They came on the same end projector, so with that we can conclude. So we forgot to mention the dimensions, right? Somewhere how much it is. It is around 20. And it is 30. Somewhere you represent the true length of the line also from the final here. Okay. Whatever the second stage top view I have drawn, that is with assumption, and its length is 70. That's it.